Shalom. I want to first start off giving all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah Kradash. Double honors to the apostles and the men that taught them, the elder high priest, okay, their elder high priest, all right. Also, double honors to the elder bishops and the elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings unto the 144,000 and the rest of the elect of the nation of Israel. This is the brother Abadia from the GMS Houston camp. And I'm going to name this video Israelites in a Gentile State of Mind. Okay? And when you go into the New Testament, mainly, but it's also in the Old Testament, some places where you'll see maybe the word Gentile or the word stranger, and it's not referring to the actual other nations, okay, outside of Israelites. Okay, it's actually talking about Israelites that would be in a Gentile state of mind through culture assimilation, through being around um, the other nations, all right, and picking up, leaving off from, like, for an example, when you go to the time where we took down the Canaanites and got into the land of Israel, right? We didn't destroy all the Canaanites, and we started getting into their gods and their practices, okay? And then when you go into us being in captivity, all right, culture assimilation happened, and it really was forced upon us, especially going into the time of the Greek Empire, namely under Antiochus Epiphanes. And that's what you see to the right of the screen. I'm going to get into that a little bit. Okay. And that was the time period where Jake completely lost, not the whole nation, but a piece of part of Israel. And it was really the southern kingdom, so-called Negroes, Haitians, and West Indians. Judah is the so-called Negroes, or the tribe of Judah is the so-called Negroes. The tribe of Benjamin is the so-called West Indians, and the tribe of Levi are the so-called Haitians. Okay, and they were the ones really affected by the Greek captivity, as far as um, becoming or coming into a Gentile state of mind. Okay, and it was really forced upon them at one point, but it also, as we're going to read, a lot of Jakes through the leadership of to start following, to get benefits. They started following the Greek customs and the Greek ways so that they'll get the goodies, all right, from doing so. So, like I was saying, when you read, really I want to focus on the New Testament. When you read about the Gentiles and the strangers concerning salvation, or concerning the apostles, like the apostle Peter going to Cornelius, right? And then like the apostle Paul going to the Gentiles. He said his office is magnified. Peter's office was magnified onto the circumcision. His office was magnified onto the Gentiles. Those Gentiles are Israelites, all right, in a Gentile state of mind, okay? Not the actual other nations, because salvation is only for the nation of Israel. Okay, so let's go into it. I want to get into, and it's not going to be a long video. I just want to hear some scriptures, because this can be a super lengthy topic, and from our apostles and elder bishops on down, elders and different brothers, then it's numerous lessons on this Gentile subject, you know. So this is the one of them lessons to push out that that information that salvation is only for Israel, and that the Gentiles that going to be saved when you read about reading the New Testament, all the word going on to the Gentiles, and the Gentiles can receive salvation. There's no difference between the Jew and the Greek. All right, that's all. The Greeks and the strangers and the Gentiles was the Israelites. Okay, so this is First Maccabees chapter 1 verse 10. It says, "And there came out of them a wicked root, Antiochus surnamed Epiphanes." And his line went back to one of the four generals that took over after Alexander the Great, which was from the Seleucid dynasty. So Antiochus Epiphanes came out of that lineage. It says, "Son of Antiochus the king, who had been an hostage at Rome, and he reigned in the 137th year of the kingdom of the Greeks. In those days went there out of Israel wicked men who persuaded many, saying, Let us go and make a covenant with the heathen that are round about us, for since we departed from them, we have had much sorrow." You see? Let's read on. It says, "So this device pleased them well. Then certain of the people were so forward herein that they went to the king, who gave them license to do after the ordinances of the kingdom. Of the heathen. Excuse me. Okay? So this is going into Israel, leaving off from following the law, statutes, and commandments, and even leaving off from their identity, which is a Hebrew Israelite. Hebrew denotes or designates our language. We speak Hebrew, and Israel designates or denotes our identity or our nationality, which is determined by the seed of your father. So we are Israelites because we go back to Israel. Jacob name was changed to Israel. Okay, so they left off from their identity, and also their our heritage, the keeping of the law, statutes, and commandments. That's a big part of it anyway. Okay, it says, "Then certain of the people were so forward herein that they went to the king, who gave them license to do after the ordinances of the heathens. Whereupon they built a place of exercise at Jerusalem according to the customs of the heathen." And you go into that word exercise, it goes back to the word gymnos, which means naked. That's why today is where all these sports really go back to this time period. And if you notice, all the sports, you're pretty much in tight, revealing clothing, or like especially when you get in like a swimming, track and field. Them are they don't really have much clothing on. But back in that time, they were actually competing naked and working out naked, and that's a custom of the heathen. Okay, it says, "And made themselves uncircumcised And when you read in the New Testament, you read about the uncircumcised. If you on any scholarly level, but don't really have the understanding, you'll understand that the uncircumcised, according to what they teach in the theological cemetery or seminary institutions, they'll teach you that the uncircumcision is non-Israelites, the other nations, okay? Which the other nations are uncircumcised, but Israelites can be uncircumcised too, as we're reading. By what? By following the customs, the ordinances of the heathen. So it says, and made themselves uncircumcised and forsook the holy covenant, that's the keeping of the law, statutes, and commandments, and joined themselves to the heathen and were sold to do mischief. You see? And this is one account, and there's another accounts where we were forced to follow the ways of the Greeks. Okay? This is who Paul was going to, because generations had passed. Okay, so by the time Yahushua got on the scene, and during the time of the apostles and Paul, you had Israelites that did not know they were Israelites. They believed they were Greeks, spoke the Greek language, followed the Greek customs, going all the way back to this time period. So Paul went to recover them because some of them were of the elect, or are of the elect. Okay, to be saved, they had to hear the word. Also, the others that ain't, they had to, just like now, we got to get their blood off our hands too. You know, same thing in this time period. Where we at now? Jakes are in a gentile state of mind. They believe they're African Americans. They believe they're Hispanics, Native American Indians, West Indians, so forth and so on. But they're Israelites. The reason why they believe it is because Esau did the same thing that was done during the time period of the Greeks under Antiochus Epiphanes. Pretty much decreed, beat our heritage out of us, and decreed our heritage out of us. Meaning made it we couldn't be we couldn't be our true nationality. It was illegal. It was unlawful to say to proclaim who you are. So now over generations, you had Israelites growing up indoctrinated with um, heathen customs, identity, meaning nationality. Okay, and this is what you got today. Now we're waking up again. This is like we were saying. This is Acts 2.0. Jake is waking up out of a Gentile state of mind through the hearing of the word. This happened when Yahushua was on the scene, and then especially when Paul when Paul came about. When Yahushua knocked him off the horse, blinded him for 3 days, taught him for 3 years in the Arabian desert, right? And then Paul went and he was, teaching his ass off. Okay, namely to the Israelite foreigners. Okay, and that's going on now. We're telling Israelites that you're not these bywords. You're not Negroes and Hispanics and West Indians, Puerto Ricans and Cubans, Colombians. Okay, you're Israelites that are in a Gentile state of mind. Okay, so let's go over here to Ephesians 4 and 7, starting at 17. I'm kind of just gonna run through it, but and make make points as I read. It says Ephesians 4 and 17. This I say therefore, and this is Paul, an epistle to the Israelites in Ephesus that heard the word and believed. Okay. This I say therefore and testify in the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, that ye henceforth walk not as other Gentiles walk, in the vanity of their mind. And these other Gentiles are Israelites. Other Israelites that are in a Gentile state of mind. The ones that have heard this word and accept your nationality first and foremost and believe in Yahushai. Okay, don't do as the rest of Jake is doing. That are walking Jake, meaning Jacob. Okay. Okay, don't go back to that old man that you were. The way you used to think, the way you identified yourself, the way you the customs. Today we got these pagan holidays that Jake are into. Where did we get it from? We got it from Esau. Esau got it from the other kingdoms that reign and their gods that they worship, and he repackaged it and gave it to us. Okay, it says Ephesians 4 and 18, having the understanding darkened, being alienated from the life of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai through the ignorance that is in them because of the blindness in their heart or in their mind. Yeah, because Jake was blind to the fact of who they were and what they were supposed to be doing on this planet Earth, even to this very day. Okay? It's a thing of the mind. This so-called white man messed up our minds, and really the Most High set it up that way. And he used this devil to destroy us. But the Most High was going to revive a remnant of the nation through the truth of this word, through his son, his only begotten son, Yahushua. It says, who being past feeling have given themselves over unto lasciviousness to work all uncleanliness with greediness. Okay? But ye have not so learned Yahushua Mashiach. If so be that ye have heard him and have been taught by him, as the truth is in Yahushua. Okay, and we have. That's why we don't call ourselves niggers and Negroes and black man and Mexicans and Puerto Ricans and Native American Indians and Seminole Indians. Okay, we understand that we are the Israelites. Okay, it says that ye put off concerning the former conversation the old man. Okay, which is corrupt according to the deceitful lust. All right, and be renewed in the spirit of your mind. See, Esau effed up our mind and made us believe we were another nation, okay? And that we were supposed to conduct ourselves differently. That's that's the Gentiles that you read about in the scriptures. It's concerning salvation. Like I said, I'm focusing on the New Testament, salvation, and the Lord's men going out and preaching the word. They were going to preach to Israelites, not to the actual Gentiles. They were going to preach to Israelites that were in a Gentile state of mind. Through what? Through captivity. That's how it all happened. Going back to the account we was reading in First Maccabees, we were in captivity under the Greeks. Same thing here in these last days. Going back to the 14 and 1500s to the 1600s. We lost our nationality through captivity, through slavery. It says, and be renewed in the spirit of your mind, and that ye put on the new man, which after Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is created in righteousness and truth. And true holiness. Okay, and I could read on, but I'm gonna stop right there. This is a thing of the mind, meaning your mindset can make you a Gentile, okay, a stranger. And that's what the scriptures is talking about concerning the Gentiles being saved. The Israelites that are in a Gentile state of mind had to come out of that Gentile state of mind and come back home. All right. So Lord willing, this video was edifying. All right. And until the next one, I say Shalom.